to the Bougie Momcast. I'm your host, Naomi, and I just want to thank you all so much for tuning into the very official first episode of my podcast. I'm so excited to be starting this journey with you guys. I just can't wait to, dive right in. This is obviously, a little different setup and a little different from our intro video. So, obviously, I do not have a co host right now. Unfortunately, Celestia, who was in our intro video, had prior obligations and things just going on in her life that needed more of her focus right now. So she is doing those things. Don't worry though, because she will be a reoccurring guest as time goes on and future videos drop and everything. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, so eventually I will be looking for a co-host. This is the first video, first episode, so y'all bear with me, as I'm ironing things out and making this podcast exactly how I want it to be. But yeah, I'm excited to be starting this journey with you guys and just having y'all from the very beginning. It's obviously a rough draft, things are not perfect, but I appreciate everybody's support and just how much love I've gotten from this, and I'm really excited to see where this takes me. And yeah, I have a lot of goals. This first episode, the title of it is Manifesting Success. I feel like that's exactly what I'm doing. This first episode, like, I just want to dive into what I really want to come out of this podcast. Just a little bit more about me. I definitely want to be super real with you guys. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a best friend, I'm a sister, I'm an auntie. So I have a lot of things going in life right now, and I want to be able to share it with all of y'all. And I want you guys, on this journey of this life with me, of, living life as a young adult, a young female, a young mom, like everything that comes along with it, the good and the bad, y'all are going to be seeing. And I'm really excited, to put a different perspective on things. I am in no way perfect. I want to make that clear. I have, life is life. I go through real things. And I just hope, if I can reach one person and help one person, or my words, my actions, something can help one person, I feel like, that's a success for me. I have a lot of excitement going into this. I have a lot of hope going into this, and I'm just really excited to show you all everything, the behind the scenes, everything. So, getting started today, as I said, Manifesting Success is the title of this episode, the very first episode of the Bougie Momcast, and we're going to dive right in. I do have my handy dandy podcast notebook with me today. Because this is a solo video, it probably will be my one and only solo video. I will have, obviously future guests in upcoming videos, as well as I am looking for a co-host. And yeah, so I will be talking a little bit more about the co-hosts and guests at the end of the episode, so make sure to stay all the way to the end, so y'all can get the scoop on that. I have my podcasting notebook because I did write down questions, that really main points that I want to make sure I get in this episode. Um, just everything I just really want to communicate to you, because my brain is everywhere sometimes, and since I don't have someone else, kind of keep me on track, I'm using my notebook today. But yeah, so I have a couple questions as we're diving into today's episode. Um, and I'm just going to go down the list and answer them. And that's kind of what this episode is going to be today. I'm just going to be really answering questions, trying to dive in and show y'all the real me. I want y'all to kind of understand where I'm coming from, with starting this podcast and everything like that. So let's dive in. Oh, the first question that I have is, when did this idea come to me? So really, at the beginning of the year, I, went through some things in friendships, was going through a lot, really in every aspect of my life. And I was just like, I need an outlet. Like I do vent a lot. Like I communicate, and trust me, that took a long time for me to, gain is my communication skills, but I feel like a good communicator now, getting better as a communicator. And so, and I love talking about my emotion, not like love it, but like I know it's good for me. And I feel like this can kind of be an outlet for it. So that's why I kind of came up with like, okay, and I had been seeing people on podcasts, my TikTok. I love watching other people's podcasts. And I'd always had a thought like, dang, like I want to do that. Like I feel like I could do that. But then, I did have the stressing part of, okay, how am I going to do this? Like, the financial part of it, like how is it really going to work? I am a mom, like how would that work? And so stressing kind of, kept the idea kind of pushed down for a little bit. But when, I was going through things at the beginning of the year, I would really put my mind to like, let's do that. Let's do this. Like I'm a stay-at-home mom. I can make it work. Like it would give me an outlet for, to help my mental health, and as getting me out of just the same routine that I was falling into, which, let me just make clear, I absolutely love being a mommy. I would not change it for the world. But if you are a first time mom, you will completely understand this, or maybe you won't. But it is hard. It definitely is hard. And I mean, if you don't understand that, then you must have a perfect child, because being a first time mom, being a mom in general is definitely hard. Being a stay at home mom is definitely hard, so there, I just wanted to find an outlet. I didn't want to go to work, back to work so soon. I wanted to stay home with my baby, but it was affecting my mental health, just doing the same routine over. I did feel like I was super social before having my daughter, and after having her, like I deal with more anxiety now, and just things that come along with being postpartum and everything like that. So I definitely feel like the beginning of the year is when this idea really came and stuck, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put my mind to this and I'm gonna get this done. And I feel like I did that. So yeah. Second question is, why did I want to start it? I kind of already explained that, like definitely for my mental health, to get me, add something to my routine that I can look forward to, that just would keep me in better, health, mentally, emotionally, like everything. I just really feel like this can be an outlet for me. And at the same time as this is helping me, I want to help someone else. I feel like I do have a lot of things that I've grown from, and it may have taken me a minute. Like I may have done it different than other people, and it worked for me, so it could work for you. It could work for someone out there that is sitting down and listening to this podcast, future videos, and everything like that. So that's really why I wanted to start it. What goals do I have for it? That is the next question. Really, just I have a lot of goals. I want to take it as far as I could go. If this eventually down the line, turns into a main job, me making money from it, this really becoming a big thing, obviously I would 100% love that. I would love that more than anything, because I really do have high hopes. I've seen it, all these great podcasts out there. Like, it is possible. And for me, I'm like, I want to put my mind to it, and I want to take it so far. Like, I want to, have guests on here. I want people to come on here and speak their truths about things, speak their stories, tell their stories. If they feel like, they were ever silenced in an area, come on. Like, yes, it's a small, like, it's not, a big podcast. I don't have a million viewers right now. You know what I mean? But eventually, like, that's a goal. Like, I do have goals for it. I want it to get big. I want it to be worldwide, people watching my podcast. I really do. Like, I have that hope, and I feel like I know in myself I can get there. I definitely, want to be doing it with someone else. I feel like I am a yapper, and I love, having a close relationship, doing something with a partner, you know what I mean, and just experiencing something together. So I'm really excited to, eventually find a co-host and just really take off in this journey, like this new challenge in life. Um, I really am excited. The next question is, who will be coming in as guests? Guys, really, anybody. I do not care. I mean, obviously I have a way I want this podcast to go, but I've already, thought about future videos already, like future episodes, what they're gonna be about, what I kind of want the bougie momcast to be about, and it's gonna take me time. Like, yeah, we are gonna be, maybe a drama episode this time to where we're just telling, our wildest drama stories. Okay, we're doing celebrity gossip another time where we're talking about, my favorite TV show, like whatever, and our opinions, real life things like relationships, healthy versus non-healthy, friendships, healthy versus non-healthy, toxic, like all of it. I want it to be kind of an everything podcast, but still know that it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real life things that we're coming on and talking about. So as guests, if you ever have a story that you want to come on and tell, obviously I'll go more into it at the end of the episode. But yeah, I really, I already have, Celestia as going to be a reoccurring guest, which she's excited about. My husband will be a guest, which I'm also excited about. So you'll get to, know us and see our relationship as well. Yeah, so it is, a couple people down the line ready for videos, already to be on episodes, and I'm excited. But I really want to make sure that it's open, to whoever wants to, come and be a part of this. But at the end of the day, like, I do have expectations for it. So if you are wanting to come along, like, I expect those expectations to be upheld. Like, I do, need the consistency. Obviously, I'll get more into that. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'll talk about that at the end of the video, but I'm going to try to stay on topic with my questions first. So, what will our main topics that we will be covering? Really, just real life things. I can't sit here and give you a list of, I mean, I do have a list of topics, but like, it's just going to be real things. As much as, I'm going to be coming up with videos and everything, I may, be stumped one week and be like, shoot, what should I talk about this week? Like, what would grab people's attention this week? I will sit there in between the times of videos and get on our social medias and be like, hey, anybody going through something, or anybody, want something covered that I can talk about? And, I'll be asking that. I'll be needing y'all's advice. This is new for me. I want all the help that I can get. I love all the support and love I've already been getting. And I just want to keep that going. Like, I really do. Um, what am I most excited about starting this podcast? Really, that kind of is a hard one, because it can be so wide range, my answer, because, obviously I'm excited to see, be able to get with people and set this up and do this, shoot a video for you guys, see the love and support that, we could get off of it. But I really am excited just to see who I can help. Like, and I don't want to say help like is going to be therapy sessions or whatever. There will be some of those, trust me. I love me a therapy session. But like, not in a way that I'm perfect or anything, because I'm not, but I do feel like I've been through things in life that could help someone else. I am a very different, I don't want to say weird, like different, but like a different type of thinker on how I like kind of see things and how I go about things. And I don't know if it's because of the way I was raised. I don't know if it's because, the friendships I've had, you know going into my adult life. Like, it really could be anything. And of course, this year I feel like I've been coming to terms with a lot of stuff that, okay, from my childhood. Like, I had a good childhood, but there were things that have affected me in my adulthood. So it's like me going to school, certain friends I had, it affected the person that I am now. And I feel like this year really has been like the biggest eye opener for me with that. Because as much as I'm still learning, I have learned a lot. So, just as, everybody else, all of y'all watching, you have certain things y'all are still learning, y'all are still going through, y'all are still processing. But it doesn't, that story could be a story that could help someone else that could be struggling a little bit more than us. It could help. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. That's what I'm excited about. I'm excited to see the real and people coming out, the real connection, the real communication, the real, going back and forth with me. I want to hear all y'all's opinions. Everybody is entitled to their opinions. I feel like for a little bit I was shut down and I was kind of pushing myself back, because I was having so many conflicts with how I am and how I speak. I am very blunt. I'm a straight up person, especially that as a friend. Like, I am that friend, that saying, oh, if your friend jumps off a bridge, are you going to? Like, no. Let me just say that again. No. Like, I'm not. Like, I've never been that type of friend. Like, I'm going to be the logical one to be like, no, you're stupid and I don't want to die. I have a life, and I want to keep that life. You know what I mean? So I am very like that. I'm very blunt. I'm very just tell it how it is, and it can come off as, that I have no empathy, I have no compassion, but I do. But it's hard for me to wrap my head around certain things, and so I am very strong in the sense of things I stand on, like things I believe are right and wrong. There's not really too many gray areas for me, but I have realized that even in my own life I did have, you know certain ways it would be like gray, and then but I would be saying no, it's very black and white. You know what I mean? So even I had to learn, and I had, things that I went through with my friends or my family, and I was like, okay, maybe they are right about this, or maybe okay, I can back down about that. But that also can be bad because I did feel like it kind of quieted me, and I don't want to be quiet. I know that everything I say comes from a good place. Like, I know for a fact, like, it's not jealousy, it's not anything. When I love someone, I love someone. And that's just how I am. And so it can, I don't even know. It can be good. It's a pro and con to it. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a pro and con. I'll definitely get into, a lot more of that in future episodes, which I'm excited about. But yeah, it's been hard for me to kind of wrap my mind around that a little bit. But we'll get into that down the line. Um and the last question I have is, how do I want this podcast to be remembered? I know these are kind of like the same questions, and hopefully, you guys are kind of getting where I'm trying to, come from in this video. It's, called manifesting success, and that's really what I'm doing. Like, I just want it to go so far. Like, I do have a lot of hopes for it. At the same time, I know it's going to take time. I know obviously where I want it to go is not going to happen tomorrow or even the day after I post this video, but I'm always gonna have that hope. So yeah, the hope is I post this video, it does, shoot off 100%, gets all the love and support and everything like that. Have that hope. Could not be, it could be. It could take me a year from now to get the viewers and the attention I want from it, but you know, it's going to take time, and I'm all for it. I'm putting my mind to it, and however long it takes, I'm just glad that y'all are on this journey with me. And I really am. I'm excited. I want it to be remembered that it is real. um my motto for the Bougie Momcast is definitely keeping it chill, but keeping it real always. Like, because it will, like, it's gonna be chill. Like, it's not gonna be no crazy, just gossip, gossip, gossip every episode, or just the drama, or, constantly, because I don't even really want it to be about that either. I mean, obviously, I'm a 23-year-old female. I've been through things with friends, I've been through things, in life. And so that's obviously there is going to be some drama. There is going to be some like things, we talk about sometimes. But I really just want it you guys to understand that I am and will be as real as possible. Like, even with my guests, like, that's one thing I will ask for them is the vulnerability coming onto this podcast, because that's what I'm being. I want to be vulnerable with you guys. I want to show you the real raw and everything, because I feel like with social media nowadays, like, everything is made to just look like sunshines and rainbows, but it's not. It's really not. Like, I wish it was. Like, honestly, the things that I be going through sometimes, I'm like, why? Like, what did I do? What did I do so bad? But it's like, there's a reason for everything, and I strongly believe that, and I do feel like it makes you stronger, even though sometimes I even lose sight of that, because I'm not gonna lie, I be having some hard times sometimes. I'll be like, no, this is not this is not life. Like, this is not what it's supposed to be. But there is a reason for everything. And um it's to show us things, it's to help us grow in life. And I'm just really excited to grow with y'all as a family, friends, everything. I want the Bougie Mom Cast family. Like, I want it to be real all the time. I want it to just be a safe place for anybody ever to come to our DMs if you ever just need to talk about something. The Bougie Momcast DMs are always open. I will always be, looking out for things, trying to interact with you guys as much as possible through our social medias. Um, it's just, yeah, I just want to be remembered as really real, just real stuff. Real. That's just the main word to this podcast, real. That's literally all I want to say. If that's the last thing I said in this episode, it would be like, just keep it real. Like, anything and everything, that's what I'm going to be doing. And I want you all to do that with me as well. Um, yeah, but it's just, I just am so excited that to dive right in just to the ending of this episode, which I'm like, I just feel like it went by too fast. I could sit here and talk forever, but I just want to wrap up this episode and just thank everybody again if you watched it to the very end. I just want to thank y'all. I thank y'all for the love, the support that y'all are showing, just being here for this journey, this new challenge in life. And I can't wait to start interacting with you guys. The Bougie Momcast social medias, we have a TikTok and an Instagram, where I will be constantly updating y'all with future episodes, trailers to those episodes, even fun little questions throughout the week. If I ever do a episode to where, I want you guys' interactions, or I want you guys to put in questions, I will make sure to do that, a week before the video drops. And so you guys can have time to, think about the questions or think about whatever you're wanting to say to us in our DMs. So yeah, whatever, just make sure to hit that follow. Go follow the Bougie Momcast Instagram and the Bougie Momcast TikTok. I don't know why that's coming out, but anyways. Yeah, just make sure to go follow those. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube, the Bougie Momcast, where all the episodes and future episodes will be recorded and dropped on. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to that. Always stay interacting with us. Please let me know how you felt about this first video. If there's anything that any advice y'all want to give me or anything like that. Like I said in the beginning, this probably will be my one and only solo video. So my next video, I am so excited because I will be having a guest, and I don't know all the details right now, as schedules and everything like that. So I will be dropping in about a couple days another intro video to the second episode of the Bougie Momcast. So be looking out for that on the social medias, because I will be posting that very soon, letting y'all know my guests and letting y'all know the topic of the next episode. I will be updating y'all on everything. If you have anybody ever has questions about anything, please do not hesitate to reach me in our DMs. Let me just make sure I covered everything. But yeah, so going back to, before we wrap it up, going back to guests. If you are wanting to be a guest, all I ask is that you really think about it before sending anything into our DMs, because I do have a lot of expectations, and as much as, yes, I want to keep this fun, it is very serious to me at the same time. I do want this to go far. I'm looking at it like kind of a job for me. Like, I'm really doing the scheduling part. Like, I'm going behind the scenes, I'm doing the editing, I'm doing all of that. And of course, I would love help with that, but I can do it by myself. I don't want to, but I can. So it's like, if you are wanting to, be a part of this, I really need you to know that it needs to be consistency. The vulnerability, like, it has to be there. The realness has to be there, especially as a co-host. Consistency, that's the main thing, because it is going to be meeting up to shoot videos. It's going to be researching questions and stuff when we have guests. It's going to be a lot of homework. It's going to be a lot of, editing, figuring out techie stuff, and all of that. It's a lot that comes to it, even more than I even thought when I first, started doing it and researching everything. I was like, oh, yeah, it's going to be a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. But I'm still excited about it, and I'm putting my mind to it, and I'm pushing myself because I know I can. So I want someone to be just in the same on the same wavelength as me with that. And if you are, then yes, it will work out great. If you're not, there will be problems, and I'd rather keep problems as far away from, my podcast as possible. So it's really just something to really think about, not just seeing it and being like, "Oh yeah, I would do that." No. Think about it really, and then come and text the Bougie Momcast Instagram or TikTok, wherever you want to send one into, and yeah, we can definitely talk about it and figure something out. With guests, I will always drop an intro video a week or a week and a half, because I think I'm going to be dropping videos every 2 weeks for right now, as I'm getting things started and as I am doing it by myself. I will have more space in between the videos, but eventually, like, I will, be shortening the space in between videos for more consistency wise and, more professionalism wise, I guess. But for right now, 2 weeks in between a video, like, for guests, I will always post an intro video saying who the guest is and what the video will be about. And then, well, first I will be posting what the video will be about, because then if there is someone, or you see it and you're like, hey, I have a story time that I can come on there and tell, like, or I have something I want to come on there and contribute, you can definitely comment on that video, hit us in our DMs, and then we can go from there about coming on and being a guest and setting that up. But yeah, I'm just super excited. Just I want you guys to know I do love you, and I can't wait to see where this journey takes all of us. Me, but us too, because y'all are along on this journey just as much as I'm doing it. Y'all see everything. I'm gonna show y'all everything. Um, so yeah, I'm super excited about that. But to close it out, because I don't want to, just be rambling. I feel like I covered a lot of things, so it gives you guys a lot of things to think about. Gives y'all time to go and share this podcast, share this first episode with your family, your friends, anywhere. Share it on your social medias. It's so appreciative. I am so, like, overwhelmed by the support, and I just can't wait to see how this goes. So, to close it out with our motto, keeping it chill, but always keeping it real. Till next time, y'all. Bye.